Just once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome everybody to the Blitz Global Training Seminar. And today, what we're going to be speaking upon is a very, very important part of our business, which is actually called follow up and objection handling. Right. Now, what is follow up? Now, once you have actually invited somebody to the global Zoom, or you've actually shown the people the presentation, and that is what we actually discussed yesterday as to how to actually invite people to the global Zoom. Then the next most important thing is follow up and objection handling, because everybody has a lot of questions that they want to ask, and by only by follow up and objection handling can you get them to be a part of your team. Now, I always say this in my training: don't answer the objection, handle it. It is not called objection answering, it's called objection handling, because people will actually ask you very, very weird questions, extremely weird questions. Some of them have relevance to the business, some of them may not even have relevance to the business. But as a global entrepreneur, you should know how to actually handle these objections, right? Now, let's actually start up with the first thing called follow up. Why is that important? If you have actually invited John or Julie or any of your prospects to the presentation, the most important thing you need to do is you need to follow up. Why is it important? Because that's what does team building for you, and that's what actually gives you money in this business. So if you're doing presentations, if you're inviting 100 people, if you're not able to follow up, you're not being successful in this business. Now, what Blitz is trying to actually do is trying to make each and every one of you successful in this business. Please note, when you call yourself successful in this kind of business, you're called a millionaire also. So that's why it is very, very important, right? Now, remember some rules and regulations of follow-up. Okay, first of all, why should we follow up, right? Why should we follow up? It's critical. You have to strike the iron when it's hot. The way you can, this is the only way you can have success in this business. You got to follow up. Follow up is the most important thing in our business. You've invited, you've done the hard work, you've actually brought the person to the presentation. Following up is what actually gives you money. Now, what do I mean when I say strike the iron when it's hot? Well, it's very simple. He or she has just seen the presentation. Normally, when I actually show somebody the presentation, if it is on Zoom, immediately, once the Zoom presentation is over, I call the person immediately. Immediately, right? I always try not to have 10, 20 guests in a presentation. Why? Because when I have 20 guests, personal guests in a presentation, very difficult calling all the 20 and striking the iron when it's hot. So I always try to actually have only maximum two prospects in one presentation. So following up becomes very, very easy, right? Now, how should we follow up? Okay, you can actually do this one by one. Okay, so you know your prospect better than anybody else on planet Earth. So you can actually arrange a meeting, you can get on a private Zoom on one-on-one, or you can ask your successful working upline for help, right? Who is your successful working upline? Somebody who is active in the business. He or she is your successful working upline. But when you are asking your successful working upline to help you to do closing, you need to edify your upline. Now, how do you edify your upline? Now, let's say, Harshita, it is you. Okay, now you're actually trying to bring Jagan, or you're trying to actually bring Anthony for the closing. Now, how do you edify this upline? It's very simple. You say, I would like to actually bring a senior business partner onto this meeting who's been very, very successful. He's been in the business for 3 or 4 months. He's seen a lot of success. He hit his 1 star, he hit his 1 star double. He's also achieved the Thailand, and he's actually made somewhere close to 8,000 US dollars in this business already. And please note, this business is just 4 to 5 months old. So when you edify your upline, that's when that's when somebody would want to listen to you. Now, with sometimes when you edify me, you use the words, please meet our coach. He's a double MBA by profession. He's the global top earner. He's a double 5 star. Why is that important? It is important so that your prospects understand who is coming to close. That also sets something called a tone. What does that mean? If your prospect thinks he's very smart and you actually bring your upline, and if you don't edify the upline has to now listen to the prospect. But if you do the proper edification of your upline, following up becomes a little more easy because the person who is listening to the upline is a little more attentive. Like Mel Gill always says in every presentation of his, everybody got to pay attention, right? When we were actually learning this business, I was not successful. I was a loser. I joined a few network marketing companies and I failed miserably. Miserably, right? I did not have any luck. I did not have any downlines. But what I did was I started learning. As a matter of fact, last night when we actually discussed, it was only last night that these people told me that we need to have a presentation on or a clinic on objection handling. And I said, fine. And yesterday, very clearly, I told all my core members, guys, we're not going to have a PowerPoint presentation because, we're just going to have a talk. And some of you may remember that. But today, there's a full presentation. Now, if you ask me, where did the presentation come from? Yes, I made the presentation. But where did the presentation come from? It came from my notebook. Like Christina Perry says, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, I also have my volumes. And even if someone's going to pay me $1 million, I'm not going to give you a copy of my book. It's my book, it's my handwriting, and it's for me. It's not for anyone else. So when I actually took the notes, I saw all these notes and I said, wow, it's so easy to make a PowerPoint presentation. And for the last 2 hours, I've actually been doing this PowerPoint presentation because I've got so much notes to share, but I didn't want to make this a 5 hour, 6 hour training. I wanted to keep it as small as possible. So that's why writing down is important. Now, tomorrow, some of you leaders are going to be going and opening places worldwide, right? Someone like an Alok or Gaurav would probably need to actually convert this in Hindi. Leocardia needs to actually convert this into whatever language they actually speak in Cameroon and Nigeria. So that only when you have the notes and when you know what to do, tomorrow Jagan and Anthony may want to do it in Tamil, right? Pradeep Nair may want to do it in Malayalam and Senthil Kumar may want to do it in Sinhala. Not a problem. But only when you have the notes are you going to actually be able to show anything to anybody. So that's why edification is important as well as taking notes is very, very important. Now, when should we follow up? Okay, now, immediate closing or follow up maximum within 24 to 48 hours. I would say 48 hours is also late. But sometimes I would tell people follow up after 48 hours if I have followed up with them. And the reason is because when somebody tells me that, oh, I'm going to be busy for the next 2 days, if you're following up with them, it's not going to help. It's going to be useless. But the best time to actually follow up is immediately. If not, first thing in the morning. And you got to stay excited. You got to act excited. If you pretend as if this is a cheap, sidey time pass business, nobody's going to join you. If your body language is not excited, if you are having a low tone, nobody will actually join. And you need to set follow-up meetings ASAP. If you need to send some material, you got to send some material, right? You can send our YouTube link. You can send our renowned resources. Guys, the amount of information that has actually been recorded and put on the Blitz YouTube is so much. So when you tell them, listen, we are not just doing this. We are being taught a process. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So your downline knows It is not like, when they joined some network marketing before. Someone like Jagan always tells me that, he's been into so many network marketing, but he's never had a proper coach. He's never had proper training. He doesn't know what we're talking about. So when you show them that we are process driven and we are committed to somebody's success, people will see this and they'll probably join because they feel that, wow, this team is organized. So for this reason, maybe I can make some money with this team. I would send my YouTube links to my prospect and tell them, man, somebody asked me, so what kind of support you'll give me? I actually send him my YouTube link. Look at the support. See what kind of support you want. So tomorrow, if some Pradeep Nair says, you know what, I can actually do the same all this for you in Malayalam. Is that support? Yes, it is. If Jagan says, you know what, I can do all of this in Tamil, okay, and I will train the team, not to worry. Is that support? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have to be power packed. We need to follow up because only through follow up do you actually get a sale. Now, how should we follow up? First things first, handle objections. What do I mean by handle objections? Guys, it's not about giving some answers. You got to handle objections, right? Sometimes your prospects are asking questions just to argue. Understand that. Now, understand, some of your prospects are actually asking questions only to argue, but there are some prospects who are genuinely asking that concern to actually get some answers from you. Okay, now sometimes objections can be very sarcastic. People are going to make fun of you. People are. People are going to ask you, hey, how much money did you make? Right? They're going to ask you these questions and they're going to ask you a lot of funny questions, which we are going to discuss during the course of this presentation. But it doesn't really matter how many questions they ask you. They remember, objections sometimes can be sarcastic. Remember that if the prospect does not join, he is the loser in the process if he's adamant. You need to keep your posture and attitude. And guys, that's very important. It is your attitude that determines your altitude. Please write this down. It is your attitude which determines your altitude. It is not what you say, it's how you say it. Because people are watching. People are seeing your conviction. People are trying to analyze, hey, what Harshita is saying, how much sense does it make? Is Pradeep really serious about this? People are trying to see that. So when you don't keep your posture, it never works. Now, never tell a prospect, please join. Remove the word please from your dictionary. Because when you use the word please, it looks like a word called favor. You're not taking a favor from a prospect when he joins. You're doing him a favor by presenting him with the opportunity. So that's very important and that's very key for a lot of you people to know this. Now, what is an objection? Right? It's exactly like this picture. There are a lot of balls, okay, and they say no. But you know what? There is also a ball that says yes. Now, all you need to do is identify what is stopping him from joining this business. If you know why the person wants to join, you can easily convince him. That's why I always say, please profile the prospect, right? What is an objection? Objection. Okay, now, objection is something which is in your mind. Your mind is the biggest objection. If your conviction is greater than the doubt of the prospect joins the business. End of story. There is nothing more that needs to be said with regards to objection. When people tell me, oh, this business doesn't work, I laugh at them. And I ask them, which part of the presentation did you not understand where you feel this is not going to work? It is your conviction, because the greater your conviction, the easier it becomes for you to sign people up. Now, stop buying their reasons for not to buy the program. Instead, concentrate on your compelling reason as why you would want this business to work for you. Right? Guys, if I were to have been successful in network marketing 12 years back, hearing the best friends of mine, trust me, I would have quit the game. I don't even know. Probably 12 years back, I would have quit the game. I would have quit the game. Do you know, Chandani, what my first friend told me? My first friend, where I shared the opportunity, he told me, Kya bakwas hai? What rubbish is this? This was the feedback from my first friend. My second friend told me, bro, this will never work. This is what my second friend told me. And guys, I'm talking about 12 years back in 2009. But the problem was not my friend is not saying no to this. The problem was I didn't have a choice. So I stopped taking the reasons why these people did not want to buy. I just remembered the compelling reason why I want this business to work and flourish. Now, one gentleman out here in this presentation, his name is Alok. He runs a travel business. Now, I'm sure when Alok started his travel business, I don't know, 15, 20 years back, Alok, I'm 100% sure somebody might have told you, no, 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 I don't want to use your travel agency, or I don't want to travel, or I don't want this, or I don't want that. Somebody would said that. But Alok did not close the shop and run away. Alok still pursued with the company, and that's how he actually has a 20-year-old or 18-year-old or 15-year-old company. Correct? So stop buying the reasons your prospects are giving you, because that's not important. Now, what is an objection? Now, first understand what is an objection. Okay, now, objections or excuses are your prospect way of saying no. They're saying no to you, right? Now, no has a couple of ways to actually look at it, right? Either they didn't understand something you said, or something was not cleared, or you did not follow up, or you've done some mistake, or this person is a total stranger, he doesn't like your face, right? These are one of the reasons why he would say no. But at least understand what his feedback is. Now, I have done so many closing for people. I don't want to take names because it's a global presentation. Plus, we are recording the session. So I call this guy and says, bro, what is the feedback? No feedback. They didn't like. They left. No feedback. They left. Why? Why did they leave? What did we show that scared the shit out of the person? I don't know. They just left. They left. They were not interested. They were not interested. That's bad feedback. Guys, think about it. If you don't even know why your prospect left, there's something wrong that you're doing in your business. Now, never, okay, do not push. Don't try to push too hard. As they're saying no to themselves, they're not telling you no. They're not telling you no. Guys, I have seen cost of delay in this business. I've seen this, right? I have seen so many people hit their head, smash their face, and saying, God had given me the opportunity. I said no, and look what this has become, right? So don't try to push hard. Just try to understand where they're coming from. Now, they have a fear that they will fail, fear of losing, or what will other people say? In India, we always say this, log kya kahenge? Wow, that's a very, very interesting topic. What will people say? Right? Log kya kahenge? We are so bothered. Okay, I mean, to all the people who are actually attending that, Harshita, if you don't have food to eat at your home, you go to your neighbor and say, can I get some rice? Wouldn't they log kya kahenge you that day? They will. They will. They will not give you the rice and say, hey, look at her, man. She's a neighbor and she's a beggar. She will say this. So we always have this fear. We always, always, always have this fear of what will other people think. Now, they have a fear that they will fail. Yes, I know this. A lot of people have not been successful in network marketing. Why are people not being successful never in network marketing? By the way, these people have never been successful in anything else also. Success breeds success. If you are fear of losing, you will never be successful, right? I'm just giving you a, you know, off the guard question. You actually were in college one day and a pretty little girl enrolls into the college, new girl, fresher, has come. Now, there are some people who'd actually go and tell her, I'd like to know you better, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Why would they do that? Because if they never said that, they would never even have a chance to get that person. Sometimes people get lucky. Remember that, right? So if you keep fearing of getting an objection, you will never win. You can never own a business. You will always do the rat race. You will always do the rat race, right? If you are worried about losing and if you are worried about what other people say, right? Now, objection handling has to address this fear. And all you need to do is make the prospect feel comfortable that this is the right decision. Guys, they're asking you for a reassurance. All you got to do is give them the reassurance. When you give them the reassurance, they're good. Now, initially, there are people who join the business, but they don't refer any people. And I would like to take an example out here, and that person was Leocardia. Anthony, do you remember when Leocardia joined? Who was she? What was she? I remember seeing a picture of her in the group. After that, there was no noise. There was no good morning, no good evening, no nothing, no welcome to the team, nothing. It was silent, right? And then we started this clinic. When the clinic started, some weird number, 050, blah, 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 one telephone number would come, or some Lenovo will come, or some Dell will come, or the best one was Xiaomi. By the way, it was not just Leocardia, it was her and her sister, Xiaomi. I'm like, what kind of name is Xiaomi? Do you have a Chinese in our team? Xiaomi. It was much later did I realize that is the name of some phone. Right. And one day I almost wanted to kick this person out of the clinic because there was no name and there was no photo. And that's when Anthony told me, Coach, don't kick her out because that's Leo. I'm like, Leo? Who Leo? One girl from my team, coach. Right? And that was the day I heard Leo's name for the first time. So then I started pushing her. Show me your face, show me your face, show me your face, show me your face. Now she's giving me excuse. Oh, my camera is bad. My phone doesn't have charge. My internet is slow. My blah, my blah, my blah, my blah, my blah, my blah, my blah. Till the day she received enough assurance that this thing works. Till the day she got enough assurance, man, this works. And the day she realized that this thing works, she hits Thailand in 3 days. She hits 1 star in 2 days. Right? In 2 days, she hits 1 star. She hits Thailand. She opens Nigeria. And today she's called the Lioness of Blitz. But this was the same lady who was not even the cat of Blitz. She was not even the cat of Blitz, but today she's become Lioness of Blitz because what she got was reassurance. And sometimes your prospects are looking for reassurance. So objection handling has to address the fear and make the prospects feel comfortable that this is the right decision. And what was Leo's biggest fear? In Africa, they got involved in some companies, some scams where they lost money and they just had a feeling, what if I join this company and lose the same kind of money? But the day she realized this company is a little long term, it has a long way, we are changing people's life, automatically today she doesn't have a shortage of prospects. She actually has prospects almost every day and she's going to do even further. I would not be surprised if Leo calls me one day and says, Coach, I have 100 directs now. Wow. That's how it is. Make them feel comfortable, right? Now, hence, always handle an objection. Don't answer it. Your job, it's not a school job. Teacher, what is the question? This is the answer. What is the question? This is the answer. What is the question? This is the answer. No, it doesn't work that way. Handle the objection. Don't answer it, right? Now, what you say matters. Your confidence is the key while handling objection. Guys, you may even be saying something wrong, inaccurate, or not 100% correct. That's okay. That's okay. You can always go back and say, hello, I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but I'm learning. But I'm learning every day. Every day I learn. So how you say, that's what matters. What you say does not matter. Your confidence is, by the way, what is the prospect checking whether you have? It's your confidence. He's also thinking, if I join this guy, am I going to make money? He's judging you. You got to just make sure you tell him, hey, dude, I'm the right person, join me. That's it. He would join. He would join. Now, answer the question with another question. Please write this point down. That's why I marked it in red. Answer the question with another question. John, ask your question. You have to give John a question. Very simple. Logical questions, logical answers. Illogical questions, illogical answers. Very simple. Answer the question with another question. And remember, logical questions, logical answers. Illogical questions, illogical answers. Very, very simple. Now, let's get started. Okay, what are the typical objections you guys have been hearing? Right? I've listed a lot. If I've missed something, don't type anything right now in the chat. If I have missed something after the training is over, please type it in the chat then, or we will unmute you. You can put your hand up and we can discuss it. But I think I've covered most of it. The first one is it pyramid? Yeah, great objection. Okay, is it chain marketing? Chain, what if the chain breaks? Yes. Is it a scheme? Very good. I have no money. Now, how many people have actually heard this? I have no money. So if you've heard I have no money, please put 1 in the chat box, right? I have no money. If you've heard, if one prospect has said, I have no money, I liked it, it's an amazing program, but I have no money. If they say, if you've heard one prospect say this, I have no money, please put 1 in the chat box. Okay, no time. Bro, I'm very busy. So if somebody has actually said, I have no time, put 2 in the chat box. Come on, people. Come on. Play reactive. Okay, this training is for you, it's not for me, right? So if they say no money, put 1. And if they say I don't have time, put 2. Now, I don't have contacts. Anybody has heard this? If you have heard this, put 3 in the chat box. I have no contacts. I'm the only person alive on planet Earth. I am Adam. Even Eve is not there in the world. I have no contacts. Please spare me. Right? So what do? Put 3 in the chat box. Right? Now, this business does not work. Wow. Right? I've had a lot of people who told me, this business does not work. So if somebody has actually told you, this business does not work, put number 4. Right? Put number 4 saying this business does not work. Now, how can the company pay so much? I'm really not sure if somebody's ever asked you this question. Right? No problem. But if they've asked this question, please put 5. Now, more. Show there are more. Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second. There's a repeat of slide. Pyramid chain scheme, no money, no time, no contacts, business does not work. Okay, now, what was the first question? This is a pyramid. A lot of people tell me, oh, Pradeep, this is a pyramid. Excuse me, this is not a pyramid. Your company is a pyramid. What do you mean your company is a pyramid? You have one CEO, CEO actually appoints two sales director. Two sales director actually appoints four sales managers, and sales managers actually appoint a lot of people, department staff, right? And that is a pyramid structure. And that's exactly how corporates work. Corporate works like pyramid. This is not pyramid business. This business is called network marketing. What you guys are used to in your school is, or college, or wherever you're working, is pyramid. Let's, I know there are a lot of teachers in my group, so let's actually take teacher for an example. You have a board of trustees and then only one principal. One principal will actually have two headmasters. Two headmasters will have a four or five or six head of departments. And below that, all the teachers who actually do science go there, whoever do commerce go there, and that's how it is done. Now, see, doesn't that look like a pyramid? Yes, that looks like a pyramid. That looks like a clean, clean pyramid. So are we a pyramid? No. By the way, who is the owner of this business? You. By the way, people are not really worried about the structure. What they mean, now this is what you guys need to understand. What do they mean when they're asking, is this pyramid? Guys, what they're trying to actually ask, is it like, there's an upline and then downline, downline, and always the upline only makes a lot of money? That is what they want to know. Because there are some programs in the world which work that way. Right? Now, there's a trick, a golden trick. Okay? You need to apply the trick. Take notes. I'm giving you gold. Yesterday I gave you a pot of gold. Now I'm started distributing the coins. Now I've started distributing the coins. Right? Gold coins. Stick to me. I'll give you gold. Pot of gold. Don't stick to me. Good luck. Don't do it. Now, you need to actually use the triple F formula. FFF. Which stands for feel. Can somebody put it on the chat box? Pradeep, can you put it on the chat box? Feel, felt, found. Right? So when people are actually giving you the objections, what you actually need to do is you need to use the triple F formula. Because that's the only time you will realize that, you can identify where the problem is. And I'll teach you the triple F formula today. Don't worry. Right. Now, the next question. Is this chain, by the way, I'm not trying to be racist, but this normally comes from south of India. This question. Right. Because they are actually referring this concept with some chain marketing system. So when somebody, now you have to be a little sarcastic. So when somebody asks me, is this chain? My normal answer is, are you from Kerala? And by the way, 99.99% I'm correct. Because only people from there would ask this, is this chain? Because they have been used to some old chain marketing system. What you need to do? No, sir, this is not chain. Why? Very simple. Right. Now, what is this triple F formula? You need to handle objections in this particular manner. So if you can't write what I just, this thing, take a picture. Ask the person, John, is this the only thing that is stopping you from starting this business? And stop talking. Don't keep blabbing after saying that. You have to see his body language. Now let's say he kind of nods and says yes. If I solve this business, if I solve this issue for you, are you willing to start the business immediately? This is called hammer closing. I use hammer closing many times. Is this the only thing that's stopping you from starting the business? If I solve this issue, will you start the business? Normally what John will say, yes. because he wants to know, is this chain marketing? Is this chain business? Okay, now ask him, what is the definition of chain? Right? A chain is as strong as its weakest link. In our business, if an IR decides not to contribute, to be a happy customer, to do nothing, right? We can directly sponsor under this IR and continue as well. Hence, there is no dependence on anybody. Each and every individual is an independent representative. What do I mean by that? Guys, I've referred a lot of people in this business and they didn't do nothing. Nothing. I don't want to take names. There was a lady in Khaldun's team who did nothing but has got almost 200 downlines but has got no volume on her account purely because she's not done her first referral on that leg. And Khaldun, I know you know what I'm talking about. That's not a problem. So in that scenario, that lady should have broken the chain. She didn't break anything. She's there. She exists. Life goes on. Life goes on. And so many people have been through that. So if the question is, so is this chain? No. So now what do you do? So now that I've answered you and told you it is not chain, now would you like to join the business? Get back to closing. How do you want to join? Artificial intelligence or gold? Ask. That's called closing. So is it change? No. And don't argue with him. Don't shout at the prospect. Say it nicely. Give him this example. Feel, felt, found. Okay? Now, so is it change? No. No problem. This is a scheme. Wow. A lot of people say this. This looks like a scheme. Now, again, ask him this same question. Is this the only thing that is stopping you from starting the business? If I solve this issue, are you willing to start the business immediately? He says yes. Try to do the closing now. When you offer something for free, when you buy a product, or if there is some offer for a short time, it is called a scheme. Schemes are for fixed duration. This company is thinking long term. This is not scheme, but we have promotions. Now don't get confused between promotion and scheme because it's different, right? This is not how it goes. Schemes are different, right? So this is how you handle this objection. Now, moving further. I have no money, right? And I know a lot of you have written in the chat box, my prospect says I have no money. So can you please give me a thumbs up if you have written I have no money? Thumbs up. The yellow button, reaction button. Click the reaction button. I'm actually looking at some faces. Reaction button for all those people who have said I have no money. Okay, good. So these guys say I have no money. Very good, very good, right? Now, remember this. How do you start? Same way. Is this the only thing that's stopping you from starting this business? If I solve this issue for you, are you willing to start the business immediately? Now, this is when John normally says yes. Now, you know what? Now, let me teach you how this feel, felt, found formula works. You know what, John? When I was joining the business, I was feeling exactly the same thing because I was exactly in your same shoe. I also did not have money, right? I was also feeling the same. Where would I go to get some money? But I was shared a fantastic way to start this business with zero investment from my pocket. I used my credit card for signing up. Remember, all credit cards give you 45 days credit. But within 21 days, I was able to sponsor 6 friends. And you know what? I got my money, more than my money, and I paid the bank. That is how simple it was. There was another friend of mine who genuinely did not have money. He was a Filipino. Now in Philippines, there is this concept called 5-6. What's 5-6? You borrow 5, you pay back 6. It's basically an interest system. I never do that, but I know a lot of Filipinos who actually do that. It's called 5-6. So he went and said, John, I need so much. I'll give you so much, which is basically like I'll give you interest. I'll give you more money. And a lot of their people do a lot of their business using 5-6. He said, okay, here's the money. He did exactly the same. Within 30 days, he referred 6 people, got the money, paid it back to this thing. He got 5, or he took 5, he paid back 6. Again, for somebody who's not understanding 5-6, it's like you borrow 5,000 dirhams and you pay 6,000 dirhams. 5-6, right? I don't do that, but some people do it. That's okay. Some people borrow money. Some people take interest. Some people don't. But if you don't try it, you will never take the opportunity. So this is how you handle the objection, right? Thus, I did not pay anything from your pocket. Now you need this more than ever, as this helps you make a lot of money in a short time if you focus to do the business. So, which way would you like to start? AI or gold? You handle the objection, you give him the FFF, you go back to closing. Handle the objection, give him the answer the objection, go back to closing. FFF. Ask the question, get the answer, give the answer, FFF, go back to closing. Keep repeating this pattern till you win. I can guarantee you will win. My favorite, okay. I have no time, okay. Absolutely no time, okay. Again, is this the only thing that is stopping you from starting this business? You know, John, I also felt the same as I was very, very busy with my business. You were busy with your job. And then I realized I was not providing any time with my family, sufficient time. So I sat and really wondered, I'm already 40. When am I going to spend some time? When am I going to live? You know, John, I used to be a manager. They used to make me 18 hours a day. They used to work. And these bosses, they call me all the time. They call me at 3 a.m. They call me at 4 a.m. They say, fix this problem, fix that problem. Okay, Senthil, where is the report? Senthil, where is the report? Send the report right now. He doesn't understand. Senthil is also human. Senthil also is sleeping. Anthony, my laptop is not working. Can you come to Quain and fix it? The server is down, Anthony. Somebody put the switch off. I don't know, Anthony. Please come and check the server. Server is down. So what Anthony does is run from his house all the way to the place, and all they had to do was put the switch on. I have no time. And I'm sure when Rizmi and when Anthony would be laughing because it has happened to them. Ashita, I used to run an IT company. So I get a client who's saying, hello, this software that you're given me is not working. I said, what do you mean? It is not working. And then we are trying to search check this, search check this. He said, nothing is coming, nothing is coming. By the way, one of my guys who was actually working for me, he goes, sir, can you handle this, sir? I said, yeah, sure. What happened? Sir, his software is not working. So I called him, why your software is not working? Sir, nothing is coming on screen. I asked him, did you switch your computer on? And guess what? His computer was off. Can anybody explain how the bloody software can work if the computer is off? Yeah. That is called marathon of life. Go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to Mulquain, go to Ajman, go back, 24/7, 365. Why? Because we are not humans. We are not humans. Suddenly you'll get a call. What is this? Your performance is under this thing. You have not sent report. And the funny part, some bosses don't even read the report that you sent. They just wanted to make sure you send the report. I have no time. Guys, with whatever you guys are doing, You will never have time because you need to do go to work, come back home, 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 and die broke. Because your boss will not pay you a million. He will keep all the millions. He will pay you peanuts. You will work for the peanuts and you will never have the time. So if you want to have the time, you need to do something which is being an entrepreneur, invest a bit of time so that you get time. Now, okay, to my surprise, I was able to spare 1 hour every other day when I started concentrating on this business. Guys, this is my story which I'm actually talking about. I didn't have time to do this business every day. I could only start with 1 hour every other day. I used to do my video talk only 3 days a week. And I hit my Thailand doing it 3 days a week. I hit Thailand. But when I went to Thailand, when I met Mel Gill, that's when like, oh my God, this is much bigger than what I thought. Because I never thought it was this big. So what did I do? Started giving more time, right? Give the stories. Guys, this is a real story. This could be your story, right? When Senthil started building this, he put some time. Anthony started building, he invested time. This business requires investment of time and investment of money. Nothing comes free. Now, I have no time. By the way, you can also ask him one more thing. So, John, you're talking about you don't have time to make 100,000 US dollars a week in an opportunity? Because, John, that is what I'm actually going for. And if you're going to join my team, let's do it together. So now you're going to use something what's called a inclusive strategy, right? Inclusive strategy. Then let's do it together, right? If you can do this in 2 to 3 years, you will have all the time in the world and all the money in the world to do whatever you want, whenever you want, without fearing time or money. So, John, right? Everybody has time. Please, nobody should tell me they don't have time because what's really funny, the Lord has given you 168 hours a week, and you know what? The Lord has also given me 168 hours a week, right? All you need to do is do a bit of time allocation for your business as it will give you time in the future. So you give time today, the business will give you time tomorrow, right? COVID-19 has taught us many, many things. Build your plan B when you don't need it because you never know when you need it, right? You never know. You never know when you need this, right? So that is, I have no time. Just once again, I need to stop record. No, just cancel. Okay, so we start. So everybody has 168 hours in a week. So if somebody is actually trying to tell me that they don't have time, seriously, they don't have time to actually make $1 million, I really don't know what are these people working for, right? Now, let's proceed. So we've said, I have no time, I have no money, right? I have no contacts. Okay, again, the same question. Is this the only thing that is stopping you from starting this business? Right? Now, do you like to help people have better lives? Ask them this question. But when you ask them this question, your voice, your tone has to be a little sympathetic, right? Ask them this question with a deep voice. You have to have a deep voice when you actually ask this question. Do you like to help people have better lives? And if the answer was yes, then you will find people who need your help. In turn, it helps you and your family too, right? In our team, we had this person, Judy. You have to give feel, felt, found stories. People understand stories. She only knew her husband, John, when she started the business. She has made more than 2,000 US dollars in 1 week. She prospected one Amanda on the train, and we have a fantastic team today, and we will teach you how to succeed. Today, Amanda thanks Julie for changing her life. And this was a real life story, right? When we have these star events on uh, Thursday, every week, different people from different walks of life are giving you their story. Write the story down, guys. You will realize that some people also didn't have contacts, but they did something different. And now they're successful in this business, right? So we have a fantastic team which will teach you on how to prospect, provided you want to change your life. So, sir, which way would you like to start? AI or gold? You have to go back asking which way would you like to start? Which way would you like to start? Which way would you like to start? AI or gold? Again and again. Because, guys, that's what's closing. Okay, now this does not work. Okay, now let's actually understand this. Okay, is that the only thing that is stopping you from starting this business? If I solve this issue for you, are you willing to start the business immediately? Now, now let's assume all of you want to start a laundry business and want to know how it works. What would you do? You've got two options, right? Option A, will you ask a laundry shop owner who has put a board outside his store saying shop on sale? Are you going to consult him? Or are you going to ask the laundry owner who has put a board, wanted five more assistants to manage a fast growing laundry business, opening new branches in Mumbai, Delhi, Nigeria, and Colombo? Whom would you go and consult? So, all those people who are actually prospecting on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, in that, don't say opening global 52 countries. Sometimes it's great to get specific, right? Get specific. So, my question is, would you consult somebody who put a board that says shop on sale, or are you going to learn from somebody extremely successful? A lot of people, they say, they have an opinion about something, right? It's called perception. Perception need not be true. It's an opinion about something. Somebody in their family joined network marketing, did not do anything, and this did not work. A lot of people say my downlines are sleeping because it does not work for them. But seriously, are they putting the efforts to learn the business? No. So my question is, how would it work right now? But I was told the same, and I felt the same when I saw the plan. Then, when I got associated with my team, my successful upline, I realized that the business does not work. You have to make it work. And you got to make it work every single day. So, how do you like to join the business? AI or gold, right? You control the business. The business does not control you, right? In Team Blitz, me and my downlines get all the support we need to build a business. We know the corporate. We know the owners of the company. We know the lead marketer. We have a coach. We have a lot of people from different walks of life who have actually been successful. We've got a farmer who is successful in this business. We've got teachers who are successful in this business. We've got businessmen who are successful in this business. We have got IT people who are successful in the business. We have a pastor. We have a priest. We have so many people. We have a nurse. So we've got so many people who are successful in the business, right? And you know what? We're just getting started. So, John, this business works, right? Don't think about whether the business works. All you got to figure out is whether you work. Now, what if the company shuts down? So a couple of people have asked me, what if the company shuts down? Okay. Now, is that the only thing that is stopping you from starting this business? If I solve this issue for you, are you willing to start this business immediately? Right? Okay. Did you invest in an insurance? Ask people this question, guys. Write this down. This is a golden nugget dialogue, right? Have you ever invested in insurance? A lot of people invest in car insurance and life insurance. Some people even sell car insurance and life insurance, right? What if the company shuts down? You never thought about that, right? You never thought about that. Some people bought a television. Suddenly they found out so and so company closed. So the company closed. You got the television and the television is working. You got a product. You got a service. Why the fear? This company share shut down, right? You invested thousands of dollars in a company which is equal chance of closing down without checking or querying. Guys, so many international banks have closed down. Big rent-a-car companies have closed down. Big brands are shutting down daily due to COVID-19, right? So any company has an equal chance of closing down. Understand that, right? Renault is a privately held debt-free company. Renault is in operation since 2020 and working in 53 countries already. The owners have not borrowed any money from the banks or any other financial institutions. This indicates their commitment and their vision. These people are rich people. Why will rich people want to close their company down? All those big conglomerate business, they do what it takes to shut the company down. You know, very big names, very big, like Vijay Mallya in India. He was a big guy. He made a lot of money. But you know what? His company shut down. So what happened? People lost their jobs. So don't worry about some company shutting down. You worry about what you can do. Okay, hence, there's no chance of a company closing down, or it is less than Microsoft or Apple shutting down. So again, don't worry about the company shutting down. We are not going to let the company shut down. We're working daily. We're getting sales daily. We are growing daily. We are opening new countries daily. We are expanding daily. Why on earth will this company shut down? So, how do you want to start? AI or gold? Financial strength. Oh, this is the funniest part. I really don't know how many of you have actually seen this objection come in. Guys, this is the best one, okay? Can I see the company's balance sheet? Okay, if anybody has actually seen this objection, seen this objection, please hit the reaction key, and Anthony, please unmute the person who hits the financial reaction key. Has anybody asked, have you seen the company's balance sheet? Anybody? Nobody? Okay, nobody. Not a problem. Not a problem. Somebody actually asked me, have you seen the company's balance sheet? Okay. Anthony, can you unmute Senthil Kumaran?
Coach.
Senthil, have you seen what phone do you use?
What's that?
What phone do you use?
iPhone 11.
iPhone 11. Did you see company's balance sheet?
I used my company. I used to see.
No. iPhone balance sheet. Did you see?
I never know how it is possible.
Never. Then why you bought iPhone, Senthil? What's wrong with you? You're paying 4,000 dirhams. 4,000 dirhams. You're buying iPhone and you're not even seeing company's balance sheet. Huh? Harshita, can somebody unmute Harshita? Harshita,
Yes, coach.
the other day you was telling me you went to a restaurant in Sharjah where the food was very good. Raghuvanshi, was that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the food, Harshita?
Awesome, coach.
Awesome. Did you see the company's balance sheet? Did the owner of the company tell you how much money he's made?
No.
How you can eat in Raghuvanshi when they didn't even show you the balance sheet, Harshita?
Somebody told me the food there is really good. So I
Somebody
went
told me.
inside.
Anthony, can you unmute yourself? Anthony, you work for a school. I don't want to take the name of the school because we are on recording.
Okay.
Right. But when you got hired in the school, were you in India when they gave you the offer letter?
No, coach, in Dubai.
Okay, you were in Dubai. Did they show you balance sheet of the school?
No, coach. No.
Did they tell you that they are going to make you work 20 hours a day?
No.
No, they didn't tell you all of that, no. But they made you
No.
work, no.
Yes,
Huh?
coach.
They made you work. Now, is there anybody in this group who got a job from India and straight came on a job visa in Dubai? Is there anyone? If they can unmute yourself. Anybody who got a job in India and came straight to the employment contract in Dubai? Is there
I
anyone?
came, I came from Sri Lanka direct.
Wow, very good. Which company gave you the interview in Sri Lanka?
Lanma.
Landmark Group. Which hotel was the interview in, Senthil?
Hotel. It was in a agency. It's called George Stewart's.
What?
It was an agency. It's an agency office.
Agency office, right? Now,
Yeah.
it was in an agency office. So did they show you the balance sheet of Landmark?
I know.
No. They didn't show, right?
They're not. No.
They didn't show. There you go. They didn't show. They didn't show. But you came, no? All the way from Sri Lanka coming to Dubai, you're saying, oh, I'll work for Landmark Group.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You thought, no, Dubai is a land of gold, Dubai is a land of oil. You will be sheikh in Dubai when you left Sri Lanka. Didn't you think like
Correct,
that?
correct. Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
First they put me
First
in.
day you thought you will become sheikh in Dubai, right? On first day you
I
thought
don't
like that,
know.
no?
The first day I
Huh?
landed, they sent me to warehouse and put me in the container.
Ah, first day you landed, they put you in the warehouse in the container and say, this is your house.
Wow, my tears are running. I don't know where I came.
Correct. Because I had one friend. He saw one video of Dubai, all these big towers and Sheikh Zayed Road and all of that. So he thought, wow. He checked the company's website. He said, wow, wow. When he actually came to Dubai, okay, first of all, nobody came to pick him. So then he actually took a taxi and struggled and finally went to this thing. They put him in a desert camp. They called him manager. They called him manager, huh?
Yeah.
What was he managing? What was he managing? He was managing camels. Right. He was managing camels. He's manager. So a lot of people, please understand this. Please understand this. Nobody shows you the company's balance sheet. But you're getting paid, and that's what matters. And that's the only thing that matters. Right? Now, Renault provides you with 4 fantastic products, okay, for a lifetime use for just $550. Additionally, it also provides you with a fantastic business plan to earn a lot of money. And people in our team are already making a lot of money with this fantastic company and product. Now, this company has till date not missed paying a check to anyone anywhere in the world. And we have evidence that a lot of people are making money. By the way, me and my team are taking this business to the next level. Don't worry, guys. We are going to get more and more and more financially stable. So, John, how do you like to join? AI or gold? Saturation point. Guys, I pray that this day happens every single day. I pray. I pray hard, but I know I will never see this day. I know I will die before this day. Saturation point. Guys, we started this operation in 2020. We are just getting started. We've signed up people from 53 countries, but out of the 53 countries, only 2 countries have officially launched, USA and Philippines. So what if everybody signs up? Do you have any idea how much money you have made if this happens? But don't worry. Is that the only thing that was stopping you from joining the business? Okay, very interesting questions. What happens to Apple if all of us have an iPhone or a computer? Very simple. They'll come up with new models. What happens if everybody buys the gold package? Very simple. They will come up with platinum package. What happens if everybody is drinking black water and love the product? Very simple. Company will actually introduce 30, 40 other products and say, okay, now you can consume this. So saturation point is not going to happen. How many people do you think become 18 years of age every year and become eligible to join this opportunity? Guys, there are dime a dozen people who are looking for opportunities. Share the opportunities. COVID-19 has actually kicked so many people on their face, having lost jobs. Share them the opportunity. We have not reached saturation point. Hence, I'm sure you would agree that at least once in a lifetime or our children's lifetime, there is a possibility of reaching this situation, but it does not exist. Moreover, I must be worried if this happens, then is that really going to affect me? No, it's not. And if it's something that's going to happen after 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, I don't care. So, which way would you like to start? AI or gold?
Yeah.
Go back to closing. There are too many people. No, they're not. But some people say there are too many people. Well, again, is that the only thing that is stopping you? I also felt the same when I heard about this. Then, after being involved, I learned that success is not about one or many people. No business in the world works. You got to make the business work, right? In our team, Saji, Pradeep Nair, Senthil, Gaurav, Anthony, Khaldun, and so many have already hit their 1 stars. Some have hit a 2 star, and they did what was taught in a system. So if you use the available support and follow your successful working upline, success is guaranteed. You just need to connect, right? No other business offers this level of support for your success with a minimum investment. This is most safe, almost a risk-free business. 200 US dollars, 15,000 rupees in India is very, very small money to start a business. And when I come to India, I will show you live demo. We will try to open a chai shop in the streets of Chennai. And let's find out how much is that going to cost, right? 15,000 rupees, I'm ready to open chai shop. But after doing a double MBA, you want me to sell chai on the road? I don't think so, right? Think about it, right? Isn't this haram? I always keep getting this question. Well, this is not a get rich quick scheme, guys. So if anybody thinks that you join today, tomorrow you'll become a millionaire, you are wrong. Okay, to succeed, you have to invest time and effort, which means what? You have to work. You have to learn, you have to work, right? Success is proportionate to the effort that you put in, right? You have to change other people's life before you can change your own. And this requires a lot of hard work and dedication. I definitely tell you guys, this is not haram. We have standard Zoom presentations. We have clinics. We have the support. We create new presenters. We do confidence building in teams. All you need to do is attend Zoom in larger groups. Invite, 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 invite. You get a team. You have one downline, no problem. Plug them to these kind of trainings. That's all you have to do. We believe in this one word called strength in numbers. We are Team Blitz and we are here to stay. Right? People come, people go, but only the players stay. Rest all go home. Right? You've got this concept, which is actually called sitting on the bench or fence. These people never jump. Don't worry about them. We are going to build. We are going to build it big. I always end my every presentation. A lot can happen this year. A lot can happen in a year. What a lot of people are not realizing is with one US and one Philippines having Black MP Living Water and all the products, official, pre-launch, what happens when it comes to Dubai? What happens when it comes to Africa? What happens when it comes to India? What when the company says, guys, we're no longer in pre-launch, we are in launch? What happens? a lot can happen in 1 year. I would say this is the best time of our life. Today, we already invested. We all members, right? Spending a little time to actually understand this business. A lot can happen. The question is whether you invest the time or not. I always end every presentation by saying this. I can do it. I will do it. We can do it. We will do it. Right? So thank you so much for attending this presentation. If I can actually stop my recording, that'll be really good. During this presentation, I only had one hope. Only one hope, right? Through these presentations, if I personally could have helped change one life, I will think this time, this 90 minutes which I spent with you would have helped someone. I would feel blessed and thankful to the Lord, right? Thank you so much.